Welcome to the top 10 offline mobile games in 2025 round 2, and let's be honest, the internet is both a blessing and a curse. 1 minute you're deep into an intense gaming session, and the next, your Wi-Fi decides to abandon you like an NPC with bad pathfinding. Suddenly you're left staring at an infinite loading screen of despair. But don't worry, fellow gamer. 2025 has delivered an arsenal of jaw-dropping, mind-melting games that don't need an internet connection to be amazing. And whether you're into high-speed action, brain-busting puzzles, adrenaline-pumping racing, or just looking for a fun way to procrastinate, there's something here for everyone. So, grab some snacks, switch your phone to airplane mode for the full no Wi-Fi immersion, and let's jump into the best offline games of 2025. If Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, and Stardew Valley had a baby, it would be My Time at Portia. This cozy life simulation game lets you take over your late father's workshop in a colorful, open-world town where you can craft, farm, explore, and even date some of the quirky NPCs. Unlike other farming sims, My Time at Portia leans heavily into industrial development. While you can grow crops and raise animals, the main gameplay revolves around building machines, crafting tools, and improving your workshop to help the town thrive. The game features a diverse cast of NPCs with their own unique stories, and the social mechanics allow you to form friendships, rivalries, and even romantic relationships. With its charming world, rewarding progression system, and endless things to do, My Time at Portia is the ultimate offline time sink for players who love creativity and relaxation. Ever thought A Christmas Carol needed more ghosts, puzzles, and adventure? Well, someone out there agreed, and now we have Ebenezer and the Invisible World, a stunning, hand-painted platformer where you play as Ebenezer Scrooge on a mission to uncover the hidden mysteries of a ghost-infested world. The game's unique art style and beautifully haunting soundtrack make it feel like you're playing through an animated film, with every scene packed with secrets, challenges, and eerie spirits waiting to be discovered. Aside from looking absolutely breathtaking, the gameplay is a perfect mix of exploration, puzzle solving, and decision-making, where your choices determine Ebenezer's fate. If you love visually stunning adventure games that blend storytelling with puzzles, then this is a must-play. The classic time manipulation puzzle platformer Braid has returned in a completely remastered form, and it's better than ever. If you've never played Braid, here's the pitch. You control time. The puzzles are brilliant. You will feel both like a genius and a fool in equal measure. The Anniversary Edition brings gorgeous new visuals, updated sound effects, and insightful developer commentary that lets you dive into the game's creation process. If you've ever wanted to solve puzzles that make you question reality while listening to calming classical music, Braid is the ultimate I am very smart game that will both amaze and frustrate you in the best way possible. What happens when a delivery driver crash lands on an alien planet filled with monsters, mysteries, and a whole lot of crafting? You get Crashlands, an action-adventure survival game that blends crafting, base building, and combat into one highly addictive package. You'll explore a dangerous alien world, gather resources, craft insane weapons, and fight creatures that may or may not want to eat you. Unlike other survival games that rely on constant resource micromanagement, Crashlands makes everything seamless and fun, letting you focus on exploration and combat rather than annoying inventory management. With hilarious writing, absurd quests, and the ability to tame alien creatures as pets, Crashlands is one of the most entertaining survival games you can play offline. If you've ever watched an anime and thought, man, I wish I could just punch my way through high school problems, then School Hero is the game for you. This fast-paced, anime-inspired beat-em-up puts you in the shoes of a heroic student fighting to rescue his kidnapped girlfriend. But this isn't just any school fight, it's a full-on action-packed brawl featuring flashy special moves, stylish combat, and an XP system that lets you upgrade your skills and abilities. You'll be dodging attacks, pulling off epic combos, and taking down waves of angry students, thugs, and mysterious bosses who clearly didn't come to school to study. The game also features various modes, from a story-driven campaign to an arcade survival mode, where you can test just how long you can last against increasingly difficult enemies. With its vibrant anime art style, intense action, and hilarious high school setting, School Hero is a must-play for anyone who loves old-school arcade beat-em-ups with a modern twist. Ever wanted to play a turn-based strategy game where you control a hero, fighting off a supernatural plague that turns people into monstrous wolves? Welcome to Howl, a game where you must use intelligence, strategy, and precise movement to navigate through a world that's trying to devour you, literally. Set in a gorgeously illustrated medieval world, this game requires you to plan out your actions 6 steps ahead, almost like a game of chess, but with werewolves. Every move matters because one wrong step can turn you into the creatures you're trying to defeat. The gameplay focuses on carefully timed attacks, avoiding enemy ambushes, and making sure you don't get trapped by the growing horde of infected beasts. The game's art style is mesmerizing, featuring hand-painted visuals that make every battle feel like a storybook coming to life. If you love strategy games that require patience, careful planning, and a touch of dark fantasy, Howl is a must-play. If Sekiro and Hyper Light Drifter had a gritty, heart-wrenching love child, it would be no place for Bravery. This top-down 2D action RPG follows an aging warrior named Thorn, who is on a relentless quest to find his missing daughter in a merciless world where every fight could be his last. The combat is fast, brutal, and unforgiving, requiring split-second parries, precise dodging, and perfectly timed attacks. Enemies hit hard, and if you aren't paying attention, you'll be seeing game over more often than you'd like. The dark, mature storytelling explores themes of parental guilt, loss, and the consequences of vengeance, making it much more than just a button-mashing hack and slash. With its beautiful pixel art, haunting soundtrack, and punishing yet satisfying combat, No Place for Bravery is a game that demands your skill, patience, and emotional resilience. If you enjoy challenging action RPGs with deep narratives, this one deserves a spot on your must-play list. When it comes to beautiful, story-driven RPGs, Square Enix never disappoints. Chaos Rings 3 is a stunning turn-based JRPG that throws you into a vast sci-fi fantasy world filled with treasure, monsters, and epic battles. You play as a young adventurer traveling to a mystical floating paradise called Neo Pascal, where dreams literally come true, if you're brave enough to fight for them. The game is packed with deep character customization, strategic turn-based combat, and a dramatic storyline full of twists and betrayals. One of the best things about Chaos Rings 3? The gorgeous art style and fluid animations, making every battle feel like an interactive anime. Combine that with an emotional soundtrack, fantastic voice acting, and a world brimming with lore, and you've got one of the best offline RPG experiences on mobile. If you love epic fantasy, gripping narratives, and strategic combat, this game is a must-download. What happens when you combine poker mechanics with a turn-based roguelike? You get Zoetti, a game where every battle is a high-stakes gamble, literally. Instead of traditional RPG combat, this game has you using poker hands to activate attacks and abilities, so if you don't know your full house from your royal flush, you might want to brush up on your card skills. You play as a Star Soul hero traveling through a fantasy world overrun with nightmarish invaders. Every poker hand you play determines the power of your attacks, meaning luck and strategy go hand in hand. The game features multiple playable characters, diverse game modes, and an endless variety of battle scenarios, ensuring every run feels fresh and unique. With its creative combat system, stylish fantasy setting, and deep roguelike mechanics, Zoetti is a one-of-a-kind experience that turns card games into an epic adventure. Whether you're a poker master or just love roguelikes, this game will have you hooked in no time. Ever wondered what would happen if SpongeBob accidentally broke reality itself? Well, the Cosmic Shake answers that question in the most hilariously chaotic way possible. When SpongeBob and Patrick get their hands on a wish-granting bubble solution, they end up tearing apart the universe, creating 7 bizarre alternate dimensions that only SpongeBob can fix. This vibrant 3D platformer lets you jump, glide, karate kick, and belly flop your way through iconic SpongeBob locations, each transformed into a completely different reality. From medieval jellyfish fields to prehistoric Bikini Bottom, every level feels like stepping into a SpongeBob fever dream. And one of the biggest highlights? The 30-plus costumes you can unlock, letting you dress SpongeBob up as everything from a snazzy band leader to a goofy cowboy. The platforming mechanics are buttery smooth, the humor is peak SpongeBob, and the game perfectly captures the charm of the show. If you're a fan of the series or just love wacky platformers, this game is an absolute must-play.